I'm the Von, and in the next 14 days we're going to be riding through my backyard of Central Queensland, North Queensland, far North Queensland. Going to be showing a great mate of mine this great country. It's going to be a lot of riding, stretching from the coast to the bush, back to the coast, up to the Gulf, and then home again. Be a few kilometres, plenty to drink, lots of fun, so get off your ass and join the revolution. This is Beers and Bikes. Met up with Webby in Rockhampton, or Rock Vegas. Webby had his bike booked into the Harley store there to get a few mods, and we're hoping to get away early the next day.
Yeah, it was just about.
There was a delay here yesterday, mate.
Oh, that was right. Just a little bit of miscommunication between me and the crew here. But we got that sorted out this morning. They were on top of it. Got everything sorted. Great service.
It was a bit of a later start than we wanted, but sometimes everything doesn't go according to plan. That's okay. The bike's right, and we're ready to roll. So I plan to do about 450 k's today out to Alpha, where we'll be stopping the night because we've got a late start. It's great. We've gone from subtropical to the bush, to the scrub, to cattle country. Now we're in coal mining country. Yeah, so we arrived here about 5 p.m. yesterday to check in, only to be greeted by the only two pubs in town that shut down. And we rang the number on the door, and old mate said, 20 minutes, go to the Golf Club and have a beer. 2 hours later, we still hadn't heard anything from him. So we come down here, only to muck around for another half an hour before we got a room, and fun. The rooms were okay. We only needed somewhere to sleep for the night, but geez, bloody dodgy. So we're heading off to Longreach this morning. We're going to stop over in Bark Alden, have a bit of brekkie, and check out the Tree of Knowledge. Today we're going to hit the Hall of Fame in Longreach, and a bit of history there. Webby's grandfather used to drive cattle from Longreach to Tenterfield, and we've been told that there's his name's in the Hall of Fame, so we're going to go and try find that today. Our first stop at the Hall of Fame. We're looking in for one thing while we're there, which was the memorial wall. We couldn't find it. I think they removed it from the exhibition from the last time I was there. So not to worry, we'll find something else another time. On our way to Winton, we checked out Australian Age of Dinosaurs, and later tonight when we're in Winton, we're going to go have a steak at Tattersalls Pub. Everywhere we've been, everyone's recommended it, so we're looking forward to it. So we got to the dinosaur park and went in there, and we signed up for a 4-hour tour. So the first attraction we saw was a bit of a movie and then an explanation on the dinosaurs that can be found in the area. And then after a short break, we walked over to the laboratory where they clean up all the dinosaur bones. Looking at the first exhibit and in the aircon at the Age of Dinosaurs, the laboratory was about a 400-metre walk. We didn't know that you could drive over there or ride over there and park. We just thought you had to walk the bush trail that was laid out for us. And well, as I've said, it was stinking hot. So we walked over, and then when we arrived there, we saw the other tourists pulling up in their cars, and we just laughed and thought, well, geez, we could have rode over here. But anyway, all in all, once again, it was a great walk. The scenery was amazing. Something to behold. Then we jumped on a little buggy and went over to what they call the Stampede. We had a walk around there with amazing scenery. Had a good day out here at the dinosaurs. Pretty interesting. Learned a few things. Highly recommend it. Only about 20 k's out of Winton. Well worth the effort. So we're going to head back in now to Winton and check in our hotel and then go get a cold beer. Here we are at the Tatters Hotel. Now we're really hoping that we have a top steak here. We've been waiting all week to have one here. So we're here to have cold beer, watch the footy, and have a great steak. So here's hoping. $4.50 pint of Sim Crisp. How good's that? That is good. Right, here we are in Mount Isa. We arrived yesterday. The plan was to ride this morning from Mount Isa to Burketown, but as we rode in yesterday, Webby got a nick in his tyre and his tyre went down, so we spent the afternoon running around trying to find a new tyre. We couldn't get a new tyre, so we just we filled it full of goo and patched it up, and the plan today is going to ride to Cloncurry, check it out. If his tyre's okay, we're going to then go to Corumba. If his tyre's playing up, we're going to hire a truck and ship it into Cairns, and we're going to Cairns to get it fixed. But at the moment it's just going to play by ear, so either or. Corumba, here we come, or Cairns. Webby's bike's held up okay, so we've made a call. We're going to head to Corumba. Can't wait. Animal Bar, here we come. Got a hole in the tyre, and the repair that we didn't fix it. The only way to fix it is get a new tyre. Yeah. And there's no fucking Harley dealerships in the bush. So they're all on the coast. So all we can do is keep patching it, keep riding, make a decision over the next couple of days whether we head back to Cairns or not, truck it in a truck. We'll see how we go. I reckon we'll get it fixed. We'll get to Normanton, auto repairs, and we'll get it fixed up there for sure. So after the few little problems we have with Webby's tyre and the heat, it was great to get to Corumba, sit down and actually enjoy a beer. You know, a day's good riding, you know, and a bit of satisfaction that with a bit of persistence and a bit of bush mechanics, you know, you can get to where you need to go. So now that Webby's bike is holding up, no problems, we're going to smash it out to Cairns in one day because we got Webby's bike booked in for a new tyre on the Monday. We got off early to beat the heat, and it was absolutely lovely. So we hit about 800 k's for the day. Halfway we stopped and had some lunch in Georgetown, and then we went to the terrestrial centre. This is a piece of lava. Maybe that was lava balls, maybe formed in balls, maybe they polished it up and made it like that, I don't know. Other than that stop, we only stopped for fuel and water and kept going because we wanted to get the cans. Coming in towards Mount Surprise, started to get a bit cooler and more pleasant, so we were happy about that. So we rode through the tablelands and then we hit Cairns. So this morning in Cooktown, we went out and checked out the sights, went up to the lookout, went down to the bay, checked out some fishing boats, had a chat with the locals. On our way now to Finch Bay, a little bay down the road here, check it out. And now we're off to the Lion's Den. Bingo. Roof. Here we are in Finch Bay, Cooktown. Lovely spot, but you wouldn't go swimming here. Not unless you want to be breakfast for somebody. And if the crocs didn't get you, the stingers will. Over here we've got a little lagoon. No doubt there's a few crocodiles in there. Never smile at a crocodile. If you're smiling at a crocodile, you're way too close. And remember, when you see a croc, he saw you 30 minutes ago. From Cooktown then we headed off to the Lion's Den, which is about 20 k's south, just past Black Mountain. So we headed into the Lion's Den and it was like coming home. I love going to that pub. Checked in, went and had a few beers, went and had a swim. Had a great feed, chat with a few of the locals that I'd met previously. It was bloody awesome. Fortunately, we only stayed one night and we headed off back to Cairns. And on our way into Cairns, we stopped at the Australian Armour and Artillery Museum. Uncomfortable. Fucking wooden seats. Holes in the bucket. They shot the fucking thing up. That's not rust. Must have spent 4 hours there. Absolutely amazing. A lot of exhibits from around the world. Anybody that's into any military stuff, I highly recommend you stop in there and check it out. So we're back on the road, we've left Cairns and we're heading for just a short ride, but we've added some kilometre to it by going back up the tablelands and then back down the tablelands and calling into Lucinda before stopping the night in Ingham at the pub with no beer. We stopped in Townsville here. We're going to watch the footy at the Seaview Hotel, have a few beers and a feed. On the way from Townsville Early Beach, just outside of Home Hill, is Mount Inkerman.
He's 1,600 kilometres from here.
Oh, wow.
So you got to zoom in.
So if I could, because it's a massive catchment area.
There.
They grow everything up here. Tomatoes, strawberries, orchids.
Sadly, Webby's had to leave us. He's headed off. He's going to get home. So we had to say goodbye, and I can't wait to go for another ride with him soon. G'day everybody, here we are back at Beers and Bikes. Here we are in Bodie's in Early Beach, and we're walking down the street. We're running into our old mate Pop. Pop's a famous singer around Australia, plays a lot of pubs, knows a lot of people, and we're here for a beer and a chat. So, g'day mate, how are you?
Where's the connection with the bikes? Where'd you get?
I've been riding motorbikes all my life. Like Dad was into them, my uncles are into them, and basically, yeah, Dad was into them as soon as he was a kid. Like, he's old enough to buy a bike. I know. Well, he had Vincent's and Matchlesses back then, and then the old bikes. And then my first bike was a BSA 105, and then he bought me a little Harley Davidson mini bike that used to be like a lawnmower engine, full start. And then from that graduated to a RM80, and then into motocross bikes. And then I bought a GPZ 900. Then I sold that and bought a TT 500, an old thumper, and then I got my first Harley. After a great chat with Pop, took us into Proserpine, and we met up with Tony Knievel Topping, who's building out a trike.
One night, what am I going to do? I'm going to get in the cab and then sing a tight. Was it a tight? I don't know. No, it wasn't a tight when I first got it.
In the afternoon, we caught up with some old mates, Bazza and Carol, to check out their salvage boat that they're turning into a bar. So Bazza, tell us about the boat, mate. Where did it come from?
Well, this boat, a friend of ours, he salvaged it when it got sunk. It got stolen from Daydream Island, and then it was sunk. So he salvaged it, and he thought about doing it up, but then he didn't get around to it. And he said to me one day, "If you want it, you can have it." Because this is marvelous. Because beers, What is it? Beers and bikes.
How's the bikes?
Beers, bikes and barbecues, mate. I tell you what, you couldn't go wrong.
Oh,
Everyone's got to be in.
Mate, you've either got to like a beer, if you don't like beer, you must like motorbikes. If you don't like motorbikes, you've got to like barbecue. If you don't like one of those three things, there's something wrong.
I think you
You're
get
in the wrong
most.
country.
I think
Yeah.
you get most people that like them all. Yeah.
And I think with the bikes, we don't care whether it's a scooter or a Harley or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a motorbike's a motorbike.
Always someone's interested in it.
And the whole point of motorcycles, as far as I'm concerned, is getting out on the road and riding them, no
Yeah.
matter what you got.
This 1955, you know,
Yeah.
and then I'll show you. I've got the, the
Oh, fuck, that's nice.
tank.
How does that look?
Yeah, and they've got all the badges to go with it,
Yeah.
and then these are all
Yeah.
rims that had rechrome,
Yeah.
and the spokes I got from England. You know,
Yeah.
they're all stainless spokes.
Can't wait to see that finished.
There's a front guard there. Now the front guard, I couldn't get on this model. They have these deep sides,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get them here. Maybe could have got them from England. So I actually made these sides to, you can see
Yeah.
where we
Yeah,
can do
yeah,
it. I made these sides just for the front.
Like I said, when you're ready to sell them, mate, give me a ring.
Yeah, well, I'll keep you in mind, right? Yeah, yeah.
So, sadly, it's time now to head back to Mackay and complete our journey. So, all in all, we did about 5,500 kilometres all up in 2 weeks. If you ask me, the journey was too short. I was planning to ride for another couple of weeks, but that's just what happens on the big jobs. But all in all, it was an awesome trip, and I can't wait to do it again.